When a narcissist assumes control over your life, their assault on your self-esteem and self-worth primarily originates from within. However, once they lose that control, they resort to external means to regain their influence. Today's video delves into this topic, uncovering 7 tactics employed by narcissists when their sense of control slips away. Let's dive right in. Welcome to this channel, where we explore subjects such as emotional abuse, narcissism, and personal growth. In today's discussion, we shine a light on the actions narcissists take when they no longer hold dominion. As we are well aware, narcissists thrive on control. It empowers them and fuels their sense of superiority. I've ordered these behaviors in ascending order to illustrate how a narcissist behaves when they still believe they possess some semblance of control over you. By the time we reach number 7 on this list, we'll explore the behaviors exhibited by narcissists who have wholly realized that their control over you has dissipated, leaving them in a potentially desperate state. As their control slips away while they still cling to a glimmer of influence, the first indication you may notice is a potential fox apology. While not all narcissists resort to this tactic, many employ it when they sense you're distancing yourself. The fox apology is essentially a deceptive gesture that mimics remorse. It may sound like an apology on the surface, but it lacks genuine remorse. For example, phrases like, "I'm sorry that you're hurting," or "I'm sorry you feel that way," are commonly used as fox apologies. However, the most prevalent fox apology is one that lacks any change in behavior. True apologies involve a sincere intention to modify one's actions, but narcissists repeat their harmful behaviors without genuine remorse. So, when a narcissist offers a fox apology, what they are truly conveying is, "I'm sorry I was caught," or "I'm sorry for facing consequences. I'm sorry that my previous methods of manipulation no longer work." By uttering these words, they hope to reverse any repercussions and revert to their old ways to fulfill their desires. Accompanying or following the fox apology is the second tactic, the Hoover and Discard. When a narcissist engages in hoovering, they employ their best behavior, reminiscent of the idealization phase earlier in the relationship. This is where the danger lies, as you may yearn for the return of the person who initially captured your heart or made you feel extraordinary. However, if a narcissist believes they are losing control over you, particularly if you were the one to initiate the discard, this hoovering is a more potent form of manipulation than any other. It serves as a tool for their eventual discard of you. Therefore, if you have ended things with a narcissist, or are in the process of doing so, be cautious if they suddenly reappear, seemingly fulfilling your every desire. Exercise great care in evaluating their true intentions. Now, it's important to note that these tactics will only work if the narcissist still possesses some level of control, and if a part of you deep down desires their presence back in your life. If their initial approaches fail, they may progress to the third strategy on our list, the chance encounter. This is when the narcissist intentionally plans to coincidentally appear exactly where they know you will be. Whether it's a church service or your daily dog walking routine at a specific time, they know your habits and exploit them to easily reach you. Regardless of your current feelings toward them, seeing them in person will inevitably elicit an emotional response. The narcissist understands that their mere presence can trigger you, even if they acknowledge that you won't fall back into their manipulative web. They use the chance encounter as a means of rekindling specific emotions within you, and this approach can be highly detrimental. The fourth tactic employed by a narcissist, when they sense losing control, involves a significant amount of emotional manipulation, potentially even emotional blackmail. Throughout a relationship with a narcissist, you will undoubtedly encounter emotional manipulation. It's an unfortunate reality. However, when they feel their control slipping away, this manipulation takes on a distinct form. They attempt to exploit your empathy by playing the victim, making you feel as though you are at fault, that you have somehow hurt them. Their words and actions are carefully crafted to sway you into questioning your own character, possibly even convincing yourself that you may be the narcissist. If they succeed in making you doubt yourself and your role in the situation, they create an opening for conversation and re-entry into your life. This is how they manage to insert their foot back into the door of your existence. Another manipulative tactic deployed by a narcissist when they feel their control slipping away is the creation of a pity party. They may exclaim, "I don't understand what I did to deserve this treatment from you," or emphasize the immense pain they are experiencing due to your absence from their life. They may paint a picture of their suffering, claiming they can't eat or sleep without you. By appealing to your empathy, they hope to evoke a sense of guilt and spur you into action. Allowing them back into your life seems like the simple solution. However, it is crucial not to fall for this manipulative ploy. Remember, if you find yourself succumbing to these tactics, it is a testament to your empathy and care for this individual. Redirect that kindness and compassion towards yourself. This is where your focus should lie, as bringing the narcissist back into your life will only result in repeated hurt and anguish. Understand that having empathy for the narcissist in this scenario will harm you. This is a conscious choice, choosing yourself above all else. Moving on to the fifth tactic utilized by a narcissist losing control: false accusations. They will falsely accuse you of actions you did not commit, employing various forms of deception. The narcissist may accuse you of exhibiting narcissistic traits, gaslighting, or even exaggerate and overreact to your behavior to accuse you of something you are not truly doing. This particular tactic may initially seem incredulous until one experiences it firsthand. It can be likened to a scene in a movie where an individual starts screaming, "Why are you touching me?" when in reality, no physical contact has occurred. The narcissist aims to create a spectacle and draw attention to a situation or action that is entirely fictitious. However, in a conversation, it may unfold differently. Let's consider a scenario where you are going through a divorce with a narcissist and discussing custody arrangements. These conversations are always challenging, regardless of who you are speaking to. However, when dealing with a narcissist, they become exceptionally difficult. While you strive to keep things civil and fair, prioritizing the well-being of your children, the narcissist suddenly erupts, screaming that you are planning to take the kids away, leave town, and deprive them of access forever. The conversation quickly escalates with no reasonable explanation or input from you. It seems as though they have fabricated this narrative and thrust you into a position where you now have to defend yourself against baseless accusations. If you are familiar with narcissistic behavior, you recognize this manipulation tactic, which often leads to a smear campaign. The very thing they vehemently proclaimed during your private conversation becomes the narrative they spread to others. However, the reality is that their accusations hold no truth, not only within your conversation, but also in their discussions with others. Nevertheless, they can justify it to themselves by citing that they discussed it with you. So, when you attempt to counter these accusations to those around you, they may say, "Don't you recall our conversation?" False accusations are deliberately meant to intimidate you, prompting you to consider how others perceive this preposterous lie. This seamlessly leads us to point number 6, the smear campaign. The smear campaign's core objective is to discredit you, ensuring that any allegations you make against the narcissist are met with skepticism. Additionally, it serves as a means to provoke a reaction from you. This particular aspect may not immediately register with individuals because in the face of a smear campaign, our natural instinct is to counterattack. However, it is vital to recognize that this is precisely the response the narcissist desires. The more you engage in the fight, the more they can manipulate you into appearing guilty. Consequently, if you can avoid engaging in this battle, do not provide the narcissist with what they seek. Sometimes it may appear as though what they truly desire is your silence, attempting to remove you from their life. This can evoke a desire within you to be louder and fight back even harder. However, this is all part of their manipulative tactics. They do not genuinely desire your silence, they crave your fight. Do not play into their hands and give them what they want. The seventh behavior exhibited by a narcissist when they are losing or have already lost control is threats. Narcissists employ various forms of threats to assert control over you, utilizing everything within their reach to get under your skin. Even if they lack any substantial ammunition, they will still resort to threats. For instance, a narcissist might threaten to expose something that occurred in the past, leveraging your desire to prevent its disclosure, even if it holds little relevance today. They understand that you would prefer to avoid the ordeal being dredged up once again. Another method the narcissist may employ to threaten you is by fabricating information. If they lack any legitimate material to use against you, they may resort to making vague threats. This is something I have encountered personally, where they claim to possess knowledge about you that could lead to significant trouble if it were to come to light. Although I remained relatively unfazed by these baseless threats, due to my confidence in knowing there was no truth to their claims, I still felt a sense of curiosity about what they were referring to. That's the power of this type of manipulation. It instills doubt and prompts you to contemplate the possibilities of what they might say or do. Even if the narcissist is unaware of any actual damaging information, a vague threat can be unsettling, making you believe they possess knowledge that they do not have. While it is important to take threats seriously and be prepared for any situation, it is advisable to consider worst-case scenarios and plan accordingly to navigate your path forward. Another tactic employed by narcissists to exert control is to threaten to take something away from you. This frequently arises in custody battles. A narcissistic individual may threaten to fight for custody, especially if they perceive financial vulnerabilities on your end or believe they have a chance of winning. It is disheartening to witness that a narcissist may resort to such manipulative tactics, even if they have shown no genuine interest in the children or displayed lackluster involvement in the past. Regardless of the relationship dynamic, be it familial, friendship, co-worker, or co-parent, this occurrence exemplifies the lengths to which a narcissist will go when they sense their control slipping away. Fortunately, narcissists are often prone to growing bored easily. As a result, they will seek the most fulfilling source of supply available to them at any given moment. Therefore, when dealing with a narcissist who is losing control, it is crucial to maintain control over your emotional reactions. This is what fuels them and grants them the motivation to go the extra mile in their manipulative endeavors. It is important to remember that, despite their inflated self-image, narcissists are not invincible. In the end, they typically reap the consequences they deserve, not what they believe they are entitled to. Throughout this process, prioritize your well-being and refrain from falling into the trap set by the narcissist. If you are going through such a situation, I invite you to watch a helpful video that I have linked here. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe, and I look forward to connecting with you again in the future.